Well, it is not good news for India when you have to look at the world of freestyle chess that is happening in Paris at this point in time. Arjun Erigaisi, the only Indian to have qualified for the knockout stages of the Paris Freestyle Chess Masters, has unfortunately lost in the second leg, and that is why he now will not progress into the semi-finals. If you wanted to expect that this was a result which was just waiting to happen, because Hikaru Nakamura is one of the best freestyle players that is there when you have to look at Magnus Carlsen and him in a nutshell. Now, this yet again is a classic case of missed opportunities. Arjun Erigaisi had a chance to trap Nakamura's queen when he was just one move away. He could have easily trapped the queen with his knight, but instead Arjun Erigaisi made a massive blunder by ensuring that he moved his rook. Now, when he got that rook opening, Nakamura then decided that okay, this was the best opportunity to escape. He then planted the knight in his major portion, and that is why he escaped clearly. Nakamura's escape ensured that whatever advantage Arjun had in the at the start of the tournament, at the start of the match, that is gone. Nakamura's that one blunder that Arjun Erigaisi did, just pushing the rook instead of trapping the queen, really bought back and ensured that yes, there was no way for Arjun to defend this. Now, what happened in this entire scenario afterwards? Nakamura built the pressure. He had two pawns up. He had a two-pawn advantage, and that ensured that he was forever under pressure. With the two knights that were there, they just were passive. And when Nakamura moved the queen and Arjun had to defend the king with the queen, he knew that yes, the queen was gone, and that is when it was realized, gone. It's over, and Arjun Erigaisi has lost 0.5 to 1.5 to Hikaru Nakamura to crash out of the quarterfinal race, and now he'll be battling for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th positions, which will happen on 10th, 11th. No more Indian representation in the knockout stages at Paris Freestyle Masters. With it, he lost to Pragnananda, and that is why now he will no longer be playing in Paris Freestyle. He finishes dead last. Gukesh, on the other hand, is enjoying a good thing against Richard Rappert, but I think that might go into the Blitz tiebreakers because he's winning against Richard Rappert. So, if Gukesh manages to win the Blitz playoffs, then you might see him and Pragnananda fight it out for the 9th position that is there. So that is one major thing that is going on. But overall, if you look at Paris Freestyle Chess, it's been an absolute disaster for Indians. And I just got an update. Gukesh draws, he's out. So yes, Gukesh now will not even be fighting for the 9th position. Now he will just about, he's also been eliminated. And that's why now Prag is the only Indian who can be in that 9th position battle. Because remember, the top 10 get the prize money. And then after that, you don't get anything. And unfortunately, that is the situation. Sort of all the 4 Indians who were there, only Arjun Erigaisi looks like finishing in the top 8, but that also looks very, very dodgy. And it's the end for the Indian contingent in Paris Freestyle, and unfortunately, that's Anshuman. So, he's 11th, with it 12th. The bottom 2 places in Paris Freestyle Masters, yes, it's now confirmed. Gukesh and Vidit will be 11th and 10th. Pragnananda now will battle for the 9th position, but if he loses that, he'll now occupy the 10th position. He'll face off against Richard Rappert, and let's see how that pans out. But Arjun, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, this is the positions that he'll have to battle. If he loses in the 5th, 6th playoffs, he will then have to play the 7th, 8th playoff. And yeah, that's the situation there. Bad outing for Indians, agreed, totally bad. Tushar Maska, I think Indian players need to work on converting their advantage to a win. Against players like Magnus, Hikaru, Fabi, Nepo, they won't spare you even after small blunder. I mean, look at it. Arjun could have dictated terms to Hikaru Nakamura had he ensured he trapped his queen. But that rook opening, that rook move that happened ensured that it was a complete blunder, and all the advantage just fizzled out in that sense. So yes, that's why Magnus, Hikaru and Fabiano Caruana are the greatest in this modern era. You give them one opening, they'll just pounce on it. And Magnus, as usual, GOAT doing GOAT things in this format. And Tyler, we have been good only in classical. Yes, I think we are good in classical, but there is a dark undercurrent when you look at Indian chess because for the past 1 year you haven't produced any new grandmasters. Now that is a slight worry when you say. And when you look at the other thing, cool pineapple, how Magnus understands the game more than anyone. I mean, I once did an interview with Vishwanathan Anand about 5-7 years ago. He mentioned that Magnus is a product of the computer generation in chess. Now, such is his understanding of the game, such is his memory power. Because of all the millions of games that is available on the computer, look at how Magnus Carlsen performs. You ask him an opening of any random game from 1927 or 1937, move number 27, he will know exactly what that move was. That is his brilliance. And that's why, be it classical, rapid, blitz, freestyle classical, he's the total package. And that's why Magnus Carlsen, GOAT for a reason indeed. But yes, end of the road for India when you have to look at semi-final hopes. It's going to be Arjun now who can potentially finish 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th in that sense. Tushar Maskar, Nepo beats Keymer, it will be OGs remaining. Magnus, Hikaru, Fabi, Nepo. Experience matters in freestyle, I guess. Yes. I mean, indeed, what a lineup it will be in the semi-final. Magnus, Hikaru, Fabi, Nepo. Oh, the grand royalty of chess when you look at it. So yes, bad day for India. Let's hope that they can bounce back in Norway with Gukesh and Arjun playing in Stavanger in May, June. So let's see how that pans out. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.